guys.
Hi.
Well, we're back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
What's been going on, Peggy?
Well, 2 weeks ago today, I had a reverse total shoulder replacement, and it's some kind of, I don't know. It's not. It wasn't laparoscopic. They couldn't do it that way, so they had to open the whole thing up and put the ball and socket got switched with a metal and plastic thing, and it's been very hard to recover. It's been very painful, but it's been painful a long time anyway.
Yeah, so we've had tons of medical appointments, and yeah, that's been keeping us pretty busy. And then Peggy, it's been 2 weeks today since her surgery. So tomorrow we go see the surgeon and find out when she can start physical therapy.
Yeah.
So we've been home since
end of April.
End of April. We came back early from the East Coast and came home about 3 weeks early because of Peggy's shoulder.
It was really funny, I have to say, because Rob went and talked about getting in and out of our van at our age. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is really good because we could do that. And I'm like, okay, at that point, I could not get in and out of the van to save my life. So we ended up having to stop at motels and things along the way. So we kind of made it a little quick.
Yeah. So Peggy just stole a little bit of my thunder for this video, but that's okay.
I know. Sorry.
No problem. We're in McKinnon Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, about 3-4 miles from our home. And as soon as we're done with this video, we're going to go watch a concert in the park. And kind of it's our date night. So what we wanted to talk about in this video, mostly the main topic, we wanted to get you caught up, but the main topic is we thought we'd talk about the pluses and minuses of traveling / living in a minivan, since it's very appropriate, like Peggy said, with her shoulder. So I came up with 5 positives and 5 negatives. And we'll start out with the positives.
Good idea. I
like
that.
Positive. So one of the main things traveling the way we do in a minivan, which again is very unusual for a couple to do what we do, and we are considered an older couple,
seniors,
although we're young at heart.
I'm not used to it still. So.
But so it's very unusual for people our age and a couple to do what we do,
especially in the small confined area. We don't have nearly the room to go back and forth, sit in a table inside somewhere. Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah. And for those of you that are new, maybe haven't seen any of our other videos, we have a Toyota minivan. We converted it, put a bed in the back, took the back 2 seats out, put a bed in, and we have a little kitchen in the back. But the first one is it's very inexpensive.
Yeah.
We had the minivan, and it's paid for, so there's no car payment. But even if you had a car payment, if you already have a minivan, very inexpensive. We don't pay, very seldom do we pay for motels or for camping.
Yeah.
Because we camp a lot in national forests and BLM land, and there's a lot of other places. Our next video, we're going to talk about 40 different types of places you can camp for free or so close to free. It's ridiculous.
We discovered some in Florida that we were very happy with. Yes. Awesome places.
Yeah, and we'll bring that up in the next video. But so that's one big positive. Another one is because of the way we travel in our minivan, we're very stealthy and our mobility is almost endless. We're not as good as a four-wheel drive, but we can
No.
go just about anywhere and park just about anywhere. And we could park around here. There's all kinds of residential streets. If we're smart and we're not noisy, if we stay in our van, we could park in front of somebody's house, and nobody would second guess us. Another positive is the freedom and flexibility. It kind of goes along with the stealthiness and mobility, but our freedom, we can, again, go just about anywhere. It's pretty inexpensive. We get about 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. So there's a thing called freedom and comfort. Now we lack a little bit of the comfort because we have to crawl into a minivan to get into our bed, which we're not doing right now because of Peggy's arm. So we give up comfort for freedom.
Yeah.
And,
But have to say, I sleep so good in there.
oh, it's awesome.
It is wonderful. I love it. I do love sleeping in that van.
Yep. Another number 4, privacy and seclusion. We can get out away from people. We don't like camping next to people usually. So when we're in a national forest or BLM land especially, we can get away from anybody. We can have no neighbors.
Yeah.
So we can be very secluded. It's very peaceful, private.
Yes.
So that's a big plus.
Yes. Well, after the one instance where fighter jets or something came across us in Arizona. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they were really low, scared the heck out of us. I don't
Near
know.
Kanab, we were out, kind of out in the boonies. That's why they call it boondocking. and it was gorgeous. Nobody around us for quite a ways. And we heard some fighter jets coming. I guess there must have been a base close by.
Yeah, I think so.
But they were only 200-300 feet off the ground, 2 of them. And that was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
They went right over us.
Yeah, it was really cool. Loud, man. Fast.
And then another positive, a lot of people like to camp. We used to, when we were younger, we didn't know we could camp and travel the way we do now.
Mm-hmm.
And so we tent camped,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot of fun. But the older you get, it's not quite as much fun. So we're a lot more comfortable than if we stayed in a tent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole lot easier. We drive up to a campsite area, pull a few things out, but we don't have to set up a tent if we don't want to. We can be set up in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's so for older people or people that want more comfort, that's another plus.
Yeah, if they're not using like a minivan and they stay in a trailer, fifth wheel, or like a little RV, smaller RV, then they can stand up in it. I mean, we could get a van where we can stand up in. That would be even better. But
then we're giving up freedom for more comfort.
Right, and then because our van is very light mainly, and we have kind of a good clearance because we can get back in some of these places. They're very washboardy, and
yeah,
we've actually one place we stayed, there were so many big ruts, but we had all day, so we'd find some bark, wood, and everything to try to fill in these grooves and get back and come back
rocks,
up, and rocks. Yeah.
We've probably camped in places we shouldn't have, but we made it.
Hey, it was there. Even someone was missing, and a ranger came out to our spot, which I don't even think was an actual spot, but they were looking for someone, and they came out and was asking us, and
some people were missing.
Yeah,
a couple.
Yeah, and so that we were accessible. They didn't say anything about it.
We were in a national forest.
Yeah, it was fine.
And there were campfire rings around us, so people had camped there before.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll talk about 5 negatives about how we travel and camp. And we've kind of talked about it already. First one is limited comfort. And to add to that, I've thought about this a lot ever since we started doing this. Everything we do is a little bit harder than living in our home, or if we had a big fifth wheel or a big Class A.
Yeah.
Everything's a little harder. Cooking's a little harder. Getting in and out of the van's a little harder. Uh, just everything. It takes a little bit more time, but we've gotten into a good routine, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes here.
And I love building fires, and you have to be creative sometimes, because sometimes there's really not a lot of wood or whatever. But I love making fire starters and cooking over the fire. I love it. So for me, that's just great.
Yeah. One positive I forgot to put down, our backyard when we're out traveling in our minivan, it looks a lot like this. There might not be as many flowers sometimes, but sometimes there are. But our backyard, our living room,
and front yard, awfully nice too.
Looks like this.
Yeah.
So that's another plus. Okay, the second negative, and this one maybe people wouldn't think about. There's going to be people that give you a hard time if you tell them you're doing this. And I think there's 2 reasons. One reason is, I think there are 3 reasons. People aren't open-minded.
Yeah.
What? You're going to sleep in your van?
Down by the river?
Only poor people do that, only homeless people. So they might be worried for, are we thinking correctly?
I was going to say our safety, but
that's the next one I was going to bring up. Are you guys going to be safe? What about all the bears and the panthers and the cougars and bad people
mountain
out
lions?
There? Yeah, but we are much safer when we're camping out in the forest, BLM, and just about any other place than people that are living in a city.
Yeah.
Much safer. The bad people are not going to take their time to see if they can possibly find somebody in millions of acres of land.
Especially, there's a lot of our boondocking. We'll come in, we'll see there's a road and there's some RVs and stuff, and they kind of have to stay up there where they don't need the clearance. I mean, they don't need clearance to get anywhere. So, and they're all self-contained and all that. But because we can get farther in, anyone who's going to be vulnerable or whatever, it would probably be the people that are still close next to the road. And we go so far in, and
we can get away from the crowd.
Yeah, and oh man, I could just go on. Never mind. Back to negative things.
We don't want to talk positive.
No, don't be positive about this.
Okay, the next one is you're going to have a different routine. I had written down lack of a routine, but that's not true. We have a routine when we're on the road. It's just different than when we're home.
Yeah.
A lot different. So, people think that's strange, and it is strange. Most people don't travel or live the way we do when we're out traveling, and so it's strange to them, and at first it was strange to us.
Yeah. I mean, you got to start somewhere, but when we're home, it's more lazy, because you don't have to pack up everything and put away when you're getting ready to go somewhere in a week or two. And I like our morning routine, because I'll usually sleep a little bit late, and I'll sit up in the van, and at one place Bob would bring me fresh blackberries every morning, or some Cheerios with blackberries, Cheerios with the bananas, or yogurt or whatever, and we were in Florida. We had those fresh Florida oranges,
Oh,
fantastic. So we get to do all these kinds of things. I mean, foods that we can pick
yeah.
fresh, and it's. I mean, we haven't gotten the fresh bananas, but anyway,
We haven't gone to South America.
no, we haven't done that yet. But you know what I mean. It's just that's one of our routine things,
Yep.
and when we have the advantage of finding natural foods, we have them. You know,
Yeah,
trying to get local stuff.
good point. Next negative, number 4, there's a lot of extra logistics. Every time we're moving from a campsite to another campsite, we're always looking for that next campsite. We 99.9% of the time when we leave a place, we don't know where we're going to camp that night. So we have to keep our eyes open for spots to camp. We use apps like iOverlander and other apps to help us find places. But there's just, and water, we carry water with us, but we got to make sure we have enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we forget to fill up our water before we go camping, because we like to stay out a week, 10 days at least, and be a shame if you're in a beautiful spot if you had to pack up just because you ran out of water.
Yeah.
And then our electricity. We have a portable power pack. It's just a battery, lithium battery, but we have to keep that charged. A lot of the places we go, there's no plug-ins.
Yeah.
So, and I love doing this. Peggy thinks I'm crazy, but
He is, yeah. Yeah. A little.
it's kind of a game to me. When it's sunny, which it is a lot of times out west, I'm constantly moving our portable solar panels to keep them in the sun to get the best angle. And it's just kind of a game that I play because we always want to keep our batteries as full as possible because we might run into a day where it's cloudy or rainy. And
but then we have a generator.
we've finally, we bought a little generator.
And it's not loud.
That's a backup.
It's a little one, and it's only kind of for emergencies, basically.
Yeah, but it works. It works.
Yeah.
And then the last one, number 5, we talked about it a little bit. Animals, bugs, weather challenges. The weather, it could be too cold, could be too hot. It might be windy. It might be
dry.
Might be snowing. Might be dry.
Super dry where you can't have a fire or.
Might be too humid.
That's Florida.
So you're constantly paying attention to the weather and trying to avoid negative weather, which some people might love humid weather. So everybody's going to be a little different when it comes to these things.
Bless their heart.
Bugs. Yeah. Bugs, you know. Mosquitoes, flies. Try and find places that they're not going to drive you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And but that can be a challenge sometimes. So those are the 5 positives and 5 negatives that we came up with for how we travel and live in our minivan.
I have one more, probably big negative, especially for a lot of women. I think, I don't know, I've been a lifelong camper, and it's never bothered me.
I can't believe I forgot.
I know. It's like we don't have like a cassette toilet or anything, a bucket. We don't have that. I mean, a lot of people live in their car, at least have a bucket. We don't. And there's really, you know, it's a thing about real estate in your van. There's just not the room. And so we have to find a secluded place. And at the beginning, I had to have tarps all around a tree area because I was so nervous and of anyone maybe seeing it. We were so out in the middle of nowhere but we have a toilet seat
folding
that is
toilet seat.
the height of a regular toilet, and you still have to dig a cat hole, you call it whatever. And we Bob's really good, and he kind of digs pretty deep because we're going to be there for a few days. We won't have to keep digging a hole every 3 days. And so we go ahead and use that. We do have a port. We have a it's like a bathroom stall or a shower stall. You can use it for. It closes up, it zips up, and it's not the greatest because bees and flies and whatever can get in there, and it's like it's not really even worth it. I'd rather just be very, very private and find a place, and it doesn't bother me at all anymore. But
yeah,
it was a big.
That can be a challenge.
That was a big. I said it doesn't bother me, but yeah, I've been camping my whole life. We even went on our honeymoon. We went camping for our honeymoon in Utah in October. it was very cold.
Yeah.
And but that was a thing that wasn't just normal. You go to a camping place, there's usually a latrine or something. We don't have that. So we have to.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Some places.
Yeah.
And when we do find a place that has a vault toilet or even a flush toilet, wow, that's a big plus.
Yeah, it's like luxury,
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then maybe a shower house.
Yeah. So that would fall under the limited comfort, I guess.
But there's still nothing better than taking a shower outside where no one can see you at all. It's just like, feels so good.
It's wonderful.
Little TMA, but I just TMI. What's TMA? I don't know.
I don't think it's a good thing.
I don't know. I have no idea.
If I
Sorry.
remember right.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's TSA. But...
So that's about it. If there's anybody out there considering traveling the way we do, consider those things because they're going to happen to you, the positives and the negatives, and you got to learn to deal with it. So if you're going to travel that way.
Yeah.
So, well, we've enjoyed talking to you. It's a beautiful evening.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It's almost time for us to head over to the concert. So we love you guys.
Yes.
And Peggy, you got anything you want to say?
Well, if the women don't find you handsome, maybe they can find you handy. We're all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice. Stick your stick on the ice. No, keep your stick on the ice. We'll edit that, right?
No, it's straight.
Yes.
Famous red green.
Red green, and I haven't thought of anything for myself yet. I'll figure something out. Stay tuned. Eventually, I'll think of something original.
All right. Love you guys.
Yeah. Bye, guys.